The UN-assisted tribunal in Cambodia has filed genocide charges against two former Khmer Rouge leaders, top ideologist Nuo Chi and ex-foreign minister Ieng Sary, had already faced war crimes and torture charges.
The UN-assisted tribunal trying former leaders of the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia has now charged two defendants with genocide. The court seeking justice for an estimated 1.7 million people who died as a result of the policies of the ultra-communist group. Court spokesman Reach Sambat.
This week, the co-investigating judges of the extraordinary chambers in the court of Cambodia bring new additional charges against two top Khmer Rouge leaders, which was Nuon Chea and Ieng Sary. The new charges is called genocide charges.
Ieng Sary, seen here at a pre-trial hearing in 2008, was the former foreign minister of the Khmer Rouge government. Nuon Chea, pictured in court earlier that year, was the Khmer Rouge chief ideologist. He served as National Assembly president in the late 70s. A court spokesman says the men were charged with involvement in the deaths of members of the country's ethnic Cham and Vietnamese communities.
These new charges against the two Khmer Rouge leaders, it is very significant because in Cambodia, people had discussed and talked about genocide for years. And now they hear for the first time that the judges had charged against this top Khmer Rouge leader with genocide.
A spokesman says it'll be determined later whether two others in custody also would face genocide charges. Karen Sloan, The Associated Press.
The Army psychiatrist charged in last month's deadly shooting at Fort Hood has been moved from a hospital's intensive care unit to a private room, his attorney said on Wednesday.
Accused Fort Hood shooter Nidal Hassan has been moved from the intensive care unit in a Texas hospital to a private room. The Army psychiatrist is charged with murdering 13 people at Fort Hood during a shooting rampage last month. The massacre came to an end when Hassan was shot by police. He's paralyzed from the waist down as a result of his injuries. Hassan remains under guard at the Brooke Army Medical Center in Fort Worth. His doctors say he needs to be hospitalized for at least 2 more months while he learns to care for himself. His lawyer has filed a request for Hassan to be transferred to a hospital closer to Fort Hood so he can be near his attorneys. Army prosecutors say doctors will evaluate Hassan within the next month to determine if he's competent to stand trial. John Belmont, The Associated Press.
Almost 100 boxes of cremated remains from a former funeral home in the Atlanta area have been found in a storage unit. Some remains date back 25 years.
It was only by accident that employees at this law firm stumbled upon almost 100 boxes of cremated remains. The boxes likely fell through the cracks when the funeral home went bust. Bankruptcy attorney and trustee for the funeral home says his staff went looking for the home's financial records at a storage facility when they found the unthinkable.
We discovered throughout in the back of these storage bins, there are multiple storage bins, cremated remains, cremains that date back as much as 25 years.
The storage facility owner is startled by the discovery.
That's really scary. I didn't have no idea. No idea at all.
Meantime, these 4 remains are a small fraction of the find. 92 boxes have been turned over to the Fulton County Medical Examiner's office. Officials have found 7 families and are trying to hunt down the rest.
Their family members deserve to know that their loved ones' remains were handled properly as well.
Gordon is waiting for court orders to release the remaining 4 boxes. Myra Lopez, The Associated Press.